If you've been a Christian for very long, then you've heard of this concept called grace and truth. We read that Jesus came and he brought grace and truth. And when we look at the life of Jesus, it's true, isn't it? There's moments where he's filled with grace and compassion for people. And then there's moments where he tells them the truth, even when it's hard to hear. But when we look around at our world, it seems like we have to choose one. We either need to be tolerant and let people do whatever they want as long as it makes them feel good, or we need to be mean. We need to tell people that they're broken and awful and hit them in the face with the truth. But Jesus asks us to do both. You see, even here, Jesus is counter-cultural. In 1 John chapter 1, verse 7, we read this: "But if we walk in the light as he is in the light, we have fellowship with one another, and the blood of Jesus, his son, purifies us from all sin." Now, I think that verse is so important because when we walk in the light, when we're purified by the blood of Jesus, it opens the doors of our hearts so that we can walk in grace and in truth. You see, it's natural for us to want to choose one over the other, but it's only through the grace and truth of Jesus that you and I can live out both grace and truth in a world that desperately needs it. And so I want to challenge you this week to remember that Jesus led not just with grace and not just with truth, but with both. And so which area do you need to grow in? Do you need to grow in your grace? Do you need to give people love and compassion? Or do you need to grow in truth? Do you need to be a little more confrontational about who Jesus is and what he has to say? I want to challenge you this week to grow in grace and in truth.